The Secret Storm. Part 1 is brought to you by the new Dream Whip. It's creamier now.
I'm Ken Roberts with a special announcement. Christina Crawford, who plays the part of Joan Kane, has been temporarily hospitalized. We are pleased to announce, however, that today and until she recovers, Christina will be replaced in the role by her mother, Miss Joan Crawford.
So you've read it.
Disgusting.
Bit of a surprise, huh?
Disgusting.
Well, I thought you'd have a little more to say about it than that, Father.
Forcing that poor child to humiliate herself this way. Typical of the Ames clan. 1,000% typical.
Well, I've never thought of Joan Kane as that poor child. But I do agree with you. It's a pretty good demonstration of what Valerie Ames can do if she gets her back up.
Am I to understand that you're being sympathetic to Valerie's point of view?
Did I say that?
Valerie Ames, who makes a spectacle of herself? Makes a mockery of all the laws of decency by carrying on with Nick Kane, a man surely 15 years younger, a married man. That's the kind of woman you can stand there and defend.
Oh, Father, you're just raving, so calm down. I think you have a pretty good idea of how I feel about the Ames family.
I don't care to discuss it any further, Belle. It's sickening.
Okay, fine. Let's not discuss it.
Forcing Joan to make a retraction, an apology, a public apology.
I thought we weren't going to discuss it.
You don't agree that it's a pretty ugly business for that poor child to have to go through?
Now, what's all this poor child stuff all of a sudden, Joan made a mistake in tactics. She thought she had a couple of star witnesses in that Peterson pair, and they bombed out on her. Now, if you ask me, Father, that was pretty dumb of Joan.
She had every reason to believe the Petersons were telling the truth. Every reason.
Yeah? Well, somebody didn't check them out somewhere, obviously. Or poor child Joan wouldn't have to knuckle under with this public retraction.
You amaze me. You positively amaze me.
Now, what's so amazing,
Bet you can't see how utterly unfair this is.
Who said anything about fair? This is a loss for Joan and a win for Valerie, Father, and fair has nothing to do with it as far as I'm concerned.
Well, my heart goes out to that young woman.
Apparently it does.
Nor am I afraid to say so.
Well, that's obvious.
Let me assure you, Belle, that if I can give any solace or support to Joan, I will.
What kind of solace are you talking about, Father, Financial? Spiritual? Or what?
Whatever is called for. Whatever the situation calls for. Like that, Val?
Like it? I think it's the most beautiful newspaper story ever printed.
Susan and I expected to see you doing cartwheels up and down the front of the street this morning.
Well, the neighbors have been on enough talking about me as it is. I think cartwheels would really finish my reputation.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, come on, let's go. 1 second, Frank. 1 second.
Yeah, you're the boss. You can afford to be late all you want.
Okay. You're with the boss, so relax.
Yeah.
You know, Frank, Jerry hardly seemed overjoyed about this thing.
What thing is that?
This story in the Herald. He seems to think that the Ames story, the Ames family, is the worst publicized one this side of the Mississippi.
We're an active family. Put it that way.
We. You know, you and I, we're just Ameses by marriage. Gets you pretty fast, doesn't it? That a sense of responsibility, all that?
Oh, well, maybe.
Maybe. How was it you went probing and poking and investigating around that Peterson tourist home?
Sorry, Frank. All set now.
Right.
Jerry, Frank is refusing to accept his membership in the Ames family.
Look, with the publicity the Ames family's been getting for the past 2 years, he'd be very wise not to accept membership in it.
Oh, there you are. Support from a genuine Ames, a blood Ames.
Well, I don't know what this is all about, but I do know that I've made both Frank and me start off the day behind schedule.
What it's about?
I didn't mean to ask.
I am trying to thank everybody for my little victory. A very big one to me.
Well, we'll hold the victory ball later in the week.
You don't think it is a victory, do you, Jerry?
Of course. Sure. Well, I mean, there it is, right in the newspaper. Mrs. Kane in retraction. Frank, who wrote that head? It sounds like Joan Kane had to go into the hospital with a broken hip or something.
Believe me, she's lucky she didn't have to.
Oh, I'd hate to have you for an enemy. Did you hear how she sounded?
I heard that. That's nothing. Lately around here, it's been world headquarters for the spirit of revenge.
Oh, now come off it, Jerry. It's not revenge, it's just a little bit of justice.
Well.
How would you like it if somebody went round saying all those terrible things about you publicly?
Well, it's all over now.
No, it's not.
It's not? What do you mean not?
Somebody paid those Petersons to say what they did. The question is, who?
So what's the difference? Joan Kane's case has caved in, and Joan has made a public apology. Now let sleeping dogs, etc., etc., etc. You ready, Frank?
Jerry, I'm just standing here waiting for you.
Frank, don't you think that investigation that you and Mr. Ferrelli started could lead to whoever paid the perjury money?
It didn't.
It could.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, I want to find out, and I mean to find out.
Look, why don't you just take a rest, Val? Go on a vacation, but just lay off.
Why?
Because you sound like the Furies in hot pursuit of the wicked.
Look, whoever was interested in cutting me up before is still interested in cutting me up, and I don't know who it is. Don't you think I ought to find out?
Just do me a favor, Val. Try and keep the Ames name out of the newspaper for a while, okay? See you.
Wait. Well, you heard what the man said. Not that I think that's going to stop you for long. Do you know that you have lightning coming out of your ears? Spooky. Keep in touch.
The Secret Storm. We continue with part 2 of our story.
I'm Ken Roberts with a special announcement. Christina Crawford, who plays the part of Joan Kane, has been temporarily hospitalized. We are pleased to announce, however, that today and until she recovers, Christina will be replaced in the role by her mother, Miss Joan Crawford.
If vindictive means I'm trying to vindicate myself, us, Nick, then yes, I am vindictive.
All right, so be it. I just thought maybe with this piece in the Herald this morning, you'd feel a little more relaxed about Joan.
Are you feeling more relaxed about Joan?
Well, no, I'm not. But, you know, this whole thing hasn't been easy on her either.
She started it. Believe me, I didn't ask for any of this, nor did you, I think.
Well, I know, but it hasn't been easy on her.
Have you seen her? I mean, since the court hearing?
No, but Dad has.
Just ran into her in the street?
Well, no, yesterday he went over to see her.
Why?
All right, Bella, I'll tell you what it is. Ever since Judge Stevens got mad at Joan and fined her that $1,000 for court costs, I've been thinking that maybe the whole thing has just gone a little bit too far.
Why?
Why?
That's what I said, Nick.
Because she doesn't have it.
So you sent your dad over there to talk to her about it?
Well, yeah, and he had no luck whatsoever. I mean, Joan's being very emotional about this whole thing.
Oh, you don't say.
Do you think I'd be a patsy to try to help her raise that $1,000 somehow?
That's your business.
No, but what did you think, Val?
Nick, I don't feel very charitable about your wife.
But you know, you can carry a grudge too far sometimes.
A grudge? The lady lies and cheats and happily tries to wreck my life, and you say I have a grudge? Why, yes, I have a grudge.
But, Val, maybe if we all just forget and forgive, the scars would they'd be less serious in the future.
Now, you are either a very noble gentleman or the most naive sentimentalist in the world.
But you have no real objection to my going over and talking to her about the money?
Suit yourself.
Are you sore at me?
I'm just amazed, that's all.
Well, I'm going to go talk to her.
Well, good luck, Nick, but don't count on me. I mean, the way things have been going, I'd be a fool to even give her a council postage stamp. If you feel otherwise, there's nothing to stop you. Go right ahead.